This is how to get your shit together with me, Sue Wright. I'm not going to lie, this last few weeks has been awful. There have been things going on with the horses. I'm currently sat in the horses' barn. There's been things going on with the horses that have been of huge concern, literally life-threatening. I had a 2 a.m. vet visit last night, so I'm not exactly feeling perky. But what it did was it threw me into a bit of a turmoil, a bit of chaos. I couldn't quite get my head around what the hell I wanted out of life, or I lost track of it. And it's really, really frustrating for me because I'm normally pretty cool at things like that. I normally figure it out. And what I had to do was, at 5 o'clock this morning, was just try and find the centre again, if that makes sense. So the centre is the drive, the real kind of what the hell do you want? And for me, it's always been that I don't want to live just to work. I want to have time. I want to slow down. That has always been my drive. I want space. I want quiet. I want nice people. You know, and the world is full of, well, it seems to be full of people that just want to feather their own nest, shall we say. You know, I don't know quite what's happened with people. I don't know if it's just the people I meet in general. But, you know, people seem to be more, what can I get out of it than what can I do to help somebody else? And like I say, it really annoys me because I'm just not like that. I'll help anybody. Anyway, so getting back to it. So I needed to get back to the centre of it, and that's what the centre of it was. And trying to figure out kind of your driving force, the real kind of thing that happened. Sometimes it comes from 2 weeks of horribleness. And for me, it was like, if I didn't have the horses, what would I do? And my reply was, pack everything up and move to Spain. Or to Portugal, or somewhere. But it would be to get out of here. Because there isn't the space anymore. There isn't the wide open spaces and the nicer weather. And yeah, the prices are sky high, and yeah, it's all just a bit crappity really. So I'm not being very motivational, am I? Anyway, so what, you know, that was my thought. And then I thought, well, what is the limitation? What is stopping me doing that right now? Obviously, getting finance for something abroad may be trickier, so I need to earn the money, which is fair enough. But it was the horses and the travelling the horses. But you know what? They don't care. They don't really see it in that sort of aspect. They just want to be with me. And I'm saying that because they do. Everybody says it. They do just genuinely want to hang out with their mum all the time. I'm currently sitting here and one of them is about 2 foot away staring at me. You know, so they see things differently. So that was just an excuse. So it's trying to figure out what your excuses are. And I'm saying excuses because it is an excuse. There are ways round it. You know, with the work, I can get round that, no problem at all. So it's figuring out what the excuses are and what you can do to change that. So what plans can you put in place? So for me, the plans that I can put in place are, you know, getting the horses doing more, getting them travelling more, getting them seeing different places. It's not going to be easy, I'm not going to lie. But, you know, that's what I can do. So anyway, it's figuring out what your excuses are. Finances are always a biggie. They always are. You know, you get into a position where you're spending all your money living the life you're living. So it is, right, okay, what radical thing can I do to stop that, to change that? What radical thing can I do? How can I rejig my life? Okay, so that's the other thing. It's, you know, sometimes you have to be really kind of out there and completely off the wall in order to change things. And then it's just keep your eyes open and your ears open for the universe giving you a prod. Okay, for the universe just nudging you in the right direction. For me, the universe, so 2 o'clock in the morning, waiting for the vet, I realised just how nice it was to be kind of somewhere really quiet, because everywhere was obviously still at 2 o'clock in the morning. nobody else is daft enough to be up apart from me and the vet. But it's, you know, so that was a bit of a nudge. You know, this is what I like. I quite like being on my own. You know, I like to be able to reach out and have people help, but I quite like my own company. And then there was somebody asking for something on Facebook last night. Simple thing. Somebody asking for a blanket for their dog. You know, that was it. Did anybody have a free one? And I happened to have found one when I was decluttering the other day, so I just said, yeah, no problem. Anyway, this lady came, and I was going to go out this morning, but for some reason I thought, no, I want to meet her. I don't know why, but it's listening out for things like that. Anyway, turns out this lady had lived in the same place for 40 years. She must be, I would say, late 60s, maybe a bit older. And she's sold up and is moving to northern Spain. And you think, do you know what? You know, life is too short. And if somebody like that can just get up and go, why the heck can't I do it as well? You know, the world is a smaller place these days with regards to technology. So, you know, I can work from anywhere. So it is just actually, do you know what? Yeah. You know, if listen out for the nudges of the universe. Like I say, if this woman can get up and go, then why the heck can't I get up and go as well? And the things we were talking about, you know, that we hang on to stuff, physical stuff, we hang on to it. We were talking about decluttering, you know, and we do hang on to stuff, and some of it is sentimental stuff, but to be honest, you know, the things I've got that belong to, say, grandparents, they wouldn't care if I got rid of it. You know, my grandparents have long gone, and I love them desperately still, but they would be furious with me for keeping stuff just for the sake of it. They really would. So, you know, it is just stuff. The memories and the people that they remind you of, they're in your heart and in your head. So it's just stuff. So again, you know, that was what we were talking about. Anyway, so out of all of this chaos, I'm rambling today, I do apologise. Out of all this chaos over the last few weeks, it's almost like a bit of a whirlwind, I think. I needed something to kind of throw everything up in the air. A bit like being hit by a tornado. Everything needed to kind of throw up in the air for a while and then splatter down to earth with a bang to sort through the pieces to figure out what was what. And I think that's what I've done, is figured out what's what. So you see, even brain training coaches have a shitty time now and again. So that's been my few weeks. Anyway, little old horse is looking a bit better. She's very sleepy, as am I, having had about 2 hours sleep. Hopefully life will calm down a little bit. And meanwhile, I'm off to look at property in Spain. Like I say, sorry if that's a ramble, but like I say, it is just, you know, find the key reason behind, you know, what you're aiming for, because sometimes you get hung up in the detail and it becomes impossible. So get back to the basics, then look at your excuses and figure out what is a genuine barrier at the minute and what is just an excuse. What can you get round, and figure out the ways round it. And that's it really. It's just sort of, you know, figure out, get to the centre of it all. Stand in the middle of your tornado and wait for everything to land around you. Or force the tornado to land and look out for what the universe is sending you. Like lovely ladies looking for dog blankets and bearing Prosecco. Hurrah! I did tell her I didn't want it, but there you go. Anyway, you have a good day. Take care. Bye.